David, please go ahead and introduce Dr. Caroline. You are in mute, David.
Absolutely, Lourdes. Thank you. For closing remarks, I'd like to reintroduce Deputy Dean of Academic Affairs for the Cornell S.C. Johnson College of Business, Andrew Caroli.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Momina, too, for closing out this panel. What a wonderful first day of this EMI conference, the 10th conference, celebrating the 10th anniversary. It is the best ever. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Well done, Momina, in leading this wonderful panel discussion of the 5th Emerging Markets Multinationals Report. You know, it retains the report itself, you know, speaking from the outside, watching and listening actively. It retains the key elements of success of the report, the signature of it in talking about the ascension of companies from around the world that are domiciled in these emerging markets, their scope of influence. I love the fact that it's pivoted to very much focus on the COVID disruption and to understand how that's really changed the state of play in the world of emerging markets. Fascinating. What I also have noticed, I'm sure many of those of you who have been listening, is that it continues on its theme of talking not just about sort of the big landscape, but also the real aspects of operating as a multinational, focusing on both supply chain issues as well as the transformational technology, digital technologies, as you heard just now Lorenzo talking about. This is where the emerging markets are making their presence. The companies from those emerging markets are really make their presence felt. So well done. Congratulations, Lourdes and Anne, again, on another fabulous emerging market multinationals report. I love the session before hosted by Dan Keeler, where they were basically 5 different individuals reporting from the front in the emerging market space, each of them from their respective geographic perches and also from their respective sector perches. I listened actively to Luis Guimarães, who's talking about from the energy sector standpoint, and how obviously the pandemic has changed the way in which they have to change the nature of their business from an energy standpoint. And also Chung Yang talking about fintech, this new bank, WeBank, out of Tencent, and how they've been sort of almost challenged by the pandemic, the unexpected shock of the pandemic, in some good ways as a fintech bank. And just fascinating to see how the money is flowing in these industries, particularly from the new development bank standpoint. So I took a lot from those reports from the front, as I call it. And what can I say? I was in the first session of the day, hosted by our dear, wonderful Dean Joe Thomas, Emeritus Dean Joe Thomas. And it was essentially what can I say? A love in among those of us who have been part of the Emerging Markets Institute from the very beginning and even before that. Some great context and discussion there. And I hope you can all feel the pride that those of us who have all been part of this, how much the pride we feel. You know, my mind goes to all the important people who have been such important benefactors in the whole enterprise, including among them Bob Staley and Al Suter, as well as Roberto and Gail Canizares, who are such big supporters of the Emerging Markets Institute. I know Lourdes will say the same. And can we not forget about Antonio Moya Latorre's beautiful Schubert representation, as well as another artistic infusion into our efforts, Bob Staley's poem about the Emerging Markets 10th birthday celebration. So Have a wonderful evening of rest. Remember, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., our Johnson School Dean, Mark Nelson, will open the festivities, and there'll be some wonderful case competitions involving students from all around the world. It's going to be a great second day. See you all there. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much, Dean Caroli. We can't tell you how much we appreciate your leadership, dynamic scholarship, and most of all, your engaging personality. Thank you very much.
I only have one.
We'll see you all tomorrow at 9 a.m. As Dean Caroli mentioned, and the case competition, pitch competition, and a wonderful closing panel. So looking forward to continuing the discussion tomorrow. Thank you all. And Mark in particular, who has the whole technology has been seamless from a very, very complex event. Thank you all from people from all over the world. Thank you and see you tomorrow. Thank you.